Hi guys, Julie here. So today we're going to be making shortbread biscuits. So the ingredients we're going to need today are 115 grams of plain flour, 25 grams of corn flour, 50 grams of caster sugar and 115 grams of butter. As you can see, I've also got an Easter egg in the background. That is going to be for decorating later. Doesn't matter if you haven't got any chocolate, you can have the shortbread biscuits plain. So what we need to do is obviously make sure we have our hands washed. So Shelley's done a really lovely video which is on our Facebook page and YouTube. So that will show you exactly how to do it properly. So I've already done mine. Make sure your worktops are nice and clean before you start. Long hair tied back. So first off we need to preheat our ovens, so 180 Celsius is the correct temperature to have. So first off we need to sieve our plain flour and our corn flour together. Then we're going to add in our caster sugar and we're going to just stir those three ingredients together. So firstly, cut up your butter into small cubes, okay, and then you're going to add that into the flour mix. Okay, you just coat it a little bit in the flour so it's less likely to stick. So you'll notice that I've got gloves on. It's simply because I'm wearing jewellery, but obviously you can do it without gloves on, just make sure your hands are nice and clean. So once you've added the butter, you're then going to rub it in with just your fingertips and keep doing it until it sort of resembles a bit of a breadcrumb type mix. So by the time you finish rubbing it in, it should look similar to this, okay? And then what you want to do is then try and bring the mixture together to form a dough type ball. So you should end up with some dough that looks like this, okay? So then you need to get some flour. If you flour your worktop, okay, and also your rolling pin, okay? Some flour on top of that. So you want to be rolling this out so it's approximately about 1/4 of an inch thick, okay? So if I show you what I mean, you don't want them too thin because they will burn in the oven. So we want it roughly that thickness, okay? So 1/4 of an inch is about that, okay? Okay, so once you've got your dough all rolled out, if you want to use some pastry cutters, so I've got a cute little bunny here because it's Easter themed, you can do so. If you haven't got any cutters, please don't worry, don't rush out to go and buy any because they're not essential. You can always just cut strips up to make shortbread biscuits, they will all taste the same, okay? So I'm just going to use my cutter to cut out some shapes, okay? So give it a wriggle, as you can see, nice little bunny there, okay. Try and get as many as you can out of the first rolling, okay. Okay, so you're going to have some scrappy bits, so just gather them up again into a ball, okay, and re-roll again to the same kind of depth. So about 1/4 of an inch again, okay. Keep doing that till you've used all your dough up. Okay, so once you've cut out all your shapes, you can pop your biscuits onto a baking tray. Make sure you grease the baking tray, or you can use greaseproof paper like I'm using. So once you pop them on, okay, you just need a little extra sugar. Okay, so you're just going to take a pinch of sugar and just sprinkle the top of your biscuits. Okay, So once you've done that, you're then going to take your biscuits and pop in the oven. So if you pop in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes, okay, till they're sort of golden brown. Don't bake them for too long because they will burn very easily, okay? So make sure you use an oven glove and just put it in the oven. Okay, so here are my little bunny biscuits, okay? So you can either eat these as they are, okay, because they will taste delicious as they are, or if you want to be a bit more inventive and you want to add some decoration, you can. So I've just melted some chocolate here, okay, and you can use other things like sprinkles, anything that you have in the cupboard, but please don't go out and buy anything because they're not essential. They would taste just as good plain, okay? So for me, I'm just going to take my bunnies, dip them in some chocolate, okay? Alright, once I've done that, the chocolate drip off a bit, okay, and then I'm going to add some sprinkles, okay? You keep going until you've got the amount that you want decorated, but like I said, they taste just as good plain. Okay, so here are some of the biscuits I made earlier. I'm sure they won't last very long in my house. So if you make the biscuits, I hope you really enjoy it. Happy Easter. Whatever you're doing this Easter, please stay in and be safe.